What's going on, everyone? This is ODC, it's me, and I'm back with another action figure review. This is my review of the LEGO Star Wars Special Forces First Order TIE Fighter. I think I got all that in there. It does come with 4 little minifigures down here. It consists of, God, what's wrong with me? Concede, what am I? Former president here. It consists of 517 pieces. It was a ball to put together. I know I normally don't do Lego reviews here, but I've been actually getting back into doing some Lego pieces, some Lego sets. This retail, though, this is probably the biggest price that I've ever paid for a Lego set, and I paid around $65 for this, and that was with a discount. So, or actually, no, I paid $55, excuse me, after tax. So it didn't kill my bank, and I had a discount, so it didn't kill my bank too much. But the thing is that it's $70 retail, and then you got to pay tax on top of that, so it's around the $75 range. That's a lot to ask for just a TIE Fighter here. And really, I mean, what you're paying for are these side panels right here. Because the majority of this set, you got 4 minifigures here, and they're nothing too special, but they do look good. But the majority of what you're paying for is this cockpit. You're not getting too much with that money. So I mean, I would have preferred if maybe this thing was a little bit larger. Then I could justify spending $70. I spent $55, and I still feel like, it's maybe it should have been around the $45 range. Then I wouldn't have had a problem with it. Especially, I feel sorry for the big Lego fans that want to army build these guys. They're $70 a pop. I mean, maybe down the road they'll go on sale, but it's kind of tough. But taking a look at this set, like I said, it does come with 4 minifigures, and 2 of them are a TIE Fighter pilot. Horrible lighting. Don't worry, guys. It's a new year. I get tax return this year. It's going towards my lighting. Don't worry. It's always black figures with me. They just don't want to come up on camera well. Maybe it's my white background, and I don't know, it's just the glare. But it does come with 2 minifigs, 2 minifig TIE Fighter pilots, and underneath it's just the angry face. It does have some nice painted detail right here for his chest regulator, excuse me. It's pretty much they're the exact same thing. I was actually hoping for some red lines going down at least one of their helmets after the release of the First Order TIE Fighter pilot. I was hoping for at least one of them to have it, and neither of them have it, which is pretty surprising. Now in the movie there are actually there is a pilot that does not have a red stripes going across the helmet that is piloting. The next figure that you get is the crew member, First Order crew member, which actually looks like a Death Star trooper. That helmet. And underneath said helmet, pop that off, and it actually does have a different face. It's more of the calm face that we're looking for here. And then you just pop the helmet back on. And the last piece is the First Order officer. Looks pretty good. He does not have a dual face. None of these figures have a dual face, I believe. Just a single face, but he is a darker skinned officer. Looks pretty cool. There is a little bit of a detail on the back, and I should have probably pointed this out, but I didn't. there is detail on the back of the TIE Fighter pilot as well. Let me check and see if the crew member does have a little bit of detail on the back as well. So there you go. Like I said, the big price point, I would say, you know, the high price point on this really kind of turns you off from the set. And I was actually looking between this and the a couple other sets, and I was like, you know, I actually went with my wife, and I was like, you know, what should I get? Should I get the TIE Fighter? I really want the TIE Fighter to go with my Hasbro TIE Fighter and set them up in a nice little display. And she's like, just get what you want. And I'm like, no, you have to help me here. Should I get this set, or this set? And she's like, get the TIE Fighter. I like it. Looks good. And I'm like, all right. So I grabbed the TIE Fighter. I was actually expecting it to be a little bit taller. I would say maybe 1 to 2 inches taller, maybe an inch wider, because and it's not the worst thing in the world. It just comes off a little bit small, and I don't have ginormous hands. I tend to have fat fingers, but although I'm not overweight, but yeah, it's not a very large piece, to be honest with you. It's kind of small to me. The cockpit just comes off a little bit too cramped for my liking. Like I said, it's still a nice piece. I'm still really happy I got it. It's a beautiful display piece. I loved the build. The build was a lot of fun to do. It took me around 3 hours to finish the build, and that's about it. I believe the Shuttle Tidarium took me around 5 hours to finish, but I was kind of taking my time with that. Here is the cockpit, as you can see. All three doors, actually, I should say, the one on top, but both doors on the sides do open, so you can get the minifigs in there. And it does have this little droid piece, which is actually used for the controls. Droid torso, you can kind of fold that down, and then if you want to, I just kind of leave their hands out like so. Get them in a little seated position, and then actually you can probably drop them off from the top, and then kind of work your way down in there. And now he's sitting in there. And then you kind of lean this up so he doesn't go anywhere, and then, I mean, pretty much he's not going to go anywhere, even with the doors open. He's not going to move. So that's nice to have. And then you kind of shut that, and now you have your gunner in there. And then we'll flip it around to the front here. Let me just scope down a little bit. Flip it around to the front here, and then I just kind of get rid of this gun, so you have an extra gun as well, or blaster pistol, I should say. And then we'll put our pilot, our driver, in there. Boom, and then boom. And then looking up from up top, as you can see, like I said, it's kind of tight in there, but it gets the job done. At the end of the day, this thing still gets the job done. It looks good. Now, on this note, I'll get to the other features in a second. On this note, I have been told that this thing is two different things. I've been told it's a turret defense mechanism. I've also been told it's just an antenna. Now, on the Hasbro TIE Fighter, the 6-inch scale TIE Fighter, it says antenna. On this, it says turret. So I don't know who to believe. I don't know what it is. They didn't actually use it in the movie, so I don't know. So I'm just going to call it with what Hasbro said, and I'm going to call it an antenna. But it does move up and down, so that almost has me thinking maybe it is a turret. I don't know. But there it is. It is articulated. You can move it up and down. It's actually supposed to swivel around, I guess, somehow. I don't know how that's supposed to work, but I suppose so. But it's pretty accurate. I mean, it's pretty much a scaled down version of the Hasbro TIE Fighter. I really like this build. The build was, like I said, a ton of fun. I actually sat down and I was watching Ash vs. the Evil Dead and just having a lot of fun kind of watching that while building this. And like I said, it was just a very laid-back, easy build. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. It does have a missile mechanism right here, and that's pretty much just the push mechanism right here on the back, and they are hidden nicely so they're not sticking out or poking out or getting in the way or anything like that. So that's really nice, and you kind of just push right on the back like that, boom, and they go flying. They do give you 3 in case you lose one. Here's my third one, and they just replug right back in here. And I thought it was a really good idea to kind of have, since this actually does have 2 cannons. I believe it has a cannons on the bottom, which is actually what this piece right here is. Let me try and get in here. What this piece right here is, it's a faux kind of cannon, and then you have your upper cannons right here, which is accurate to the Hasbro TIE Fighter. On the side, you can also see the panels here, and it almost looks like these are radiators and not solar panels anymore, from the original TIE Fighters, which are, I think, pretty much solar panels. And these look like radiators to me. And if you look at the Hasbro one, you can definitely tell that they look like radiators as well, kind of trying to take care of conducting all that heat from the twin engines. So looks really good. You can also tell that the engines are different in the First Order TIE Fighter as opposed to the original TIE Fighter. But I just really love this design. I love the black and the red, or yeah, the dark, I should say the red together. I think it looks really good. You do have a couple stickers, and it's only on the outside here. There's one sticker you have to put right there, and then another one right there to kind of give it that half colored red look. You don't have to put any stickers on the front canopies or on the back. I should call that the front, but the top canopy, excuse me. They just come designed like that, and the back canopy also comes designed as well. Like I said, no stickers on the inside. There's really not enough room for them to put any more stickers, so that's pretty much it for there. You do have 2 stickers on the sides, though, of the TIE Fighter panels, and it's just one right here, and then you have one right there on this side. But overall, I mean, I really, like I said, this is kind of a frustrating piece to own, because I mean, you don't want to spend the $70, but you want the TIE Fighter. You really do. You saw it in the movie, and you're gonna want it. And for kids, I would say if you're a child and you're looking to pick this up, it's really easy to maneuver. I mean, I could pick it up with 2 fingers pretty much. It's not heavy. You can maneuver it easily. Even if this thing falls, it's pretty solid. It's not going to shatter into a million pieces. It's pretty sturdy. It's pretty tough, and it's in there. I'm moving this stuff around. So, I mean, looks really good. Like I said, as far as price goes, it's a quality of the product, though. It's good. I like it. I love the little minifigs it came with. I'm glad it came with 4. You are spending $70 here. You would expect at least 4 minifigs. But stay tuned for my Shuttle Tidarium review coming up next. Like I said, would I recommend this for the price? No. If you are a TIE Fighter fan, I would recommend it. But wait for it to go on sale, please. But that's pretty much it for me. Sorry for such a long review. Sorry if I covered things twice, but just trying to get as much information in there as possible. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for watching. As always, rate, hate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the flip side.